Evening, everybody. It's 6:25 on Tuesday, Election Day, and this is your closing comment. Video number 1532, and it was a wild day. We started up in the morning, and the chart on the screen is actually the Dow. So here's where we started, and we moved up all morning. This is 11 o'clock, this is 12 o'clock, this is 1 o'clock. And right here at about 1:15, all hell broke loose and the market started selling off. This was not a program or algos, but in point of fact, it was the apparent failure of FTX, the crypto company, the one that has been buying all the other ones as they have gone out of business. And I guess they ran out of cash and are now being bought by Biden's. So we went from this level of 33,300 all the way back down to 32,008. So that was pretty ugly. And then it turned on a dime at 2:30 and moved all the way back up, right back up to the highs, and we closed up 333.83. Really, really surprising. Um, and to give you an idea of what this looked like on Bitcoin, which clearly was the problem, let's look at the November. Okay. And this is one I'm really disappointed in because, frankly, um, I was really kind of hoping that we were getting somewhat of a bottom in here, but I guess it was not to be. So trading here a little over 20,000. Then last night got down as low as 19,365 and went sideways, made another low. And when the market opened, it started to climb back up. It was down as low as 19,200. In point of fact, it was down as low as 16,800 2 hours later. And we started to come back up, but, nothing overwhelming, and it was down 27.65, $2,765. So that was pretty ugly. It caused quite a bit of panic, um, and then it was over. And it, you know, doesn't surprise me. As I said, I've been looking at it as never sell a quiet market after a decline. It was very quiet, looked like it was consolidating. And today's liquidation, it may pop right back up. Don't really know, but it does show you um, the amount of volatility in unrelated assets. Bitcoin has no relationship whatsoever to the market, but you saw on those two charts exactly what it did. Okay, so all of the exchanges were up. Dow was up, as I said, 333. Um, NASDAQ closed up 51, S&P closed up 21, and the transports closed up 105. For some reason, I'm not getting a price on the Russell. What was interesting to me, and I've pointed this out a couple of times that it has happened, we had the market up, and we also had the VIX up. I'm not talking about the VIX up or down 15 cents or 30 cents like it has been recently. Today, it closed 25.54, up $1.19, which is about a 5% move. So, don't know what that's really about, but there you go. Uh, Gold was up 35, silver was up 58 cents, oil was down 288, and nat gas was down 80 cents. So I'm still thinking about taking a look at both of those. Earnings today after the close, Disney was a miss. It had closed 99.90, up 32 cents. When the numbers came out, it got down to 89. The last right now is 93.26, which is down $6.16 or 6.3%. Um, as I mentioned this morning, DuPont was a beat, Mosaic was a beat. DuPont was up 66.28, up 454 or 7.4%. Mosaic 52.89, up 297 or 6%. After the close again, we had Oxy, First Federal, really no moves there. We also had AMC, um, which had closed at 562, which was up about 30 cents. The earnings came out and immediately went down to five and a quarter. The last is 532, which is about, well, they show it as down one. In point of fact, it's down 30 cents. Um, Tomorrow, before the open, we have DR Horton, Haynes, Capri. Capri ought to be interesting. Roblox, another one that ought to be interesting. Trade Desk, MSG, Madison Square Entertainment, SeaWorld, Nomad, and Olaplex. Olaplex is an interesting one. I have written it up a half a dozen times recently. It's a stock that is trading, let's see, trading closed today at 448, and that was up a dime. The high for it was 30 and a half, New Year's Eve. So that ought to be interesting to see what they put out. And last but not least, Affirm, AFRM. So this is one that I have railed against. Um, Buy now, pay later. What could possibly go wrong? Well, the stock was 176 and it closed today at 1564, down 48 cents. Then came the earnings miss, and currently it's 1335, down 277 or 17%. Um, CPI comes Thursday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow we have, let's see, nothing overwhelming. We have mortgage, um, MBA mortgage index. I'm just going to tell you now, it's lower. At 10 o'clock, we have September wholesale inventories, and at 10:30, weekly crude inventory. So there really won't be much to talk about first thing in the morning. All right, folks, there you have it. I'll be back first thing in the morning to give you that information, and just be careful. As you can see, the path of least resistance seems to be to the downside. It takes 4 days for the market to go up 500 points, which is essentially 1.5%. And as that intraday chart shows, it takes 45 minutes for it to give it up. All right, in the morning, be